The Eurocopter Tiger is a four-blade, twin-engine attack helicopter which first entered service in 2003. It is manufactured by Airbus Helicopters, formerly Eurocopter, the successor company to Aerospatiale's and DASA's respective helicopter divisions, which designate it as the EC665. Following their languages, in Germany it is known as the Tiger, in France and Spain it is called the Tigre. Development of the Tiger started during the Cold War, and it was initially intended as an anti-tank helicopter platform to be used against a Soviet ground invasion of Western Europe. During its prolonged development period the Soviet Union collapsed, but France and Germany chose to proceed with the Tiger, developing it instead as a multi-role attack helicopter. It achieved operational readiness in 2008. The Tiger has the distinction of being the first all-composite helicopter developed in Europe. Even the earliest models also incorporate other advanced features such as a glass cockpit, stealth technology, and high agility to increase its survivability. Improved variants have since entered service, outfitted with more powerful engines and compatible with a wider range of weapons. Since the type's introduction to service, Tigers have been used in combat in Afghanistan, Libya, and Mali. The Tiger is capable of undertaking a wide range of combat missions, including armed reconnaissance and surveillance, anti-tank and close air support, escort and protection of friendly assets, and can operate during day or night in all weather conditions, and has been designed to include operations in the aftermath of nuclear, biological, or chemical warfare. The Tiger can also be used in the maritime environment, able to operate from the decks of ships including frigates and during extreme weather conditions. Amongst the Tiger's notable qualities, it possesses very high levels of agility, much of which is attributed to the design of its 13-meter four-bladed hingeless main rotor. The Tiger can perform full loops and negative G maneuvers. Power is provided by a pair of FADEC-controlled MTU Turbomeca Rolls-Royce MTR 390 turbo shaft engines. The Tiger has a tandem seat, glass cockpit, and is operated by a two-man crew. The pilot is placed in the forward position, with the gunner seated behind. Either of the crew members can manage the weapon systems or the primary flight controls, switching roles if necessitated. In addition to flying the aircraft, the Tiger's pilot would typically be in control of the self-defense systems and communications, as well as some secondary weapons functions. While some of the weapons use dedicated control interfaces, such as the anti-tank Triget missile, air-to-air weapons can be managed via controls on both sets of collective and cyclic sticks. Crew new to the Tiger have to undergo substantial retraining due to the differences from older platforms, particularly in higher workload management and the additional capabilities afforded by the type. One major change from preceding attack helicopters is a far greater degree of operational autonomy. According to Andrew Warner, chief test pilot during the Tiger's development, it is the easiest handling aircraft I have ever flown. The system cost, helicopter, armament, support, and unit cost varies between variants. Australia's Tiger ARH has a price per unit of 68 million Australian dollars, 50. The latest Tiger had variant is estimated to cost 44 United States dollars minus 48 million. The protection systems employed on the Tiger include stealth. Aspects such as the visual, radar, infrared and acoustic signatures have been minimized to better evade threats that may be present upon the battlefield. According to Andrew Warner, the Tiger's survivability relies on stealth and agility. The use of composite materials on the airframe has resulted in reductions in radar cross-section (RCS), infrared and acoustic signatures to improve battlefield survivability. The fuselage is armored and was developed to withstand small arms fire and 23 mm (0.91" cannon rounds. The helicopter has various radar, laser warning and missile approach detection systems, including EADSs and AAR-60 MILDs, missile launch detection system, as well as flares and chaff dispensers. The Tiger is the first all-composite helicopter developed in Europe. The fuselage of the Tiger is made from 80% carbon fiber reinforced polymer and Kevlar, 11% aluminium, and 6% titanium. The entire tail section is made of composites, including the single-section tail boom. The rotors are composed of a fiber plastic composite material able to withstand combat damage and bird strikes. The structure of the Tiger also incorporates protection against lightning strikes and electromagnetic pulses via an embedded copper, bronze grid and copper bonding foil. The design of the Tiger includes a high degree of crash-worthiness. Many of the onboard systems have redundancies and are segregated to minimize the effect of damage. Components of the propulsion system, such as the rotors and drive shaft, were deliberately designed for greater ballistic tolerance than traditional designs. The gearbox is rated for a 60-minute dry run capability if lubrication is lost. Fuel is contained in 2 main internal fuel tanks, and an additional 2 smaller tanks are housed inside the stub wings. Fuel tanks have self-sealing capability to decrease the vulnerability. In the inhospitable conditions of the Afghanistan theater, the Tiger had a reported operational availability of 90%. Amongst the key avionics features of the aircraft are the EUROGRID battlefield management and map display systems, integrated communications HF, VHF, FM radio and satellite, and data transfer links, a high-authority digital automatic flight control system, and redundant MIL 1553 data buses. 2 redundant mission computers control the weapons, sensors, and targeting functions. The Tiger's navigational suite includes GPS, dual redundant inertial referencing, Doppler radar, separated air data units, radio altimeter and distributed air speed sensors. A dedicated nose-mounted forward-looking infrared FLIR sensor is used by the pilot for nighttime flying. Each crew member has a pair of multifunction liquid crystal data displays at their control station, typically used to display internal systems information and sensory data, and to interact with the aircraft's higher systems. An additional display system is available to both crew in the form of the helmet-mounted display HMD. The HMD is used by the flying pilot to display basic flight data with digitally enhanced optics, such as night vision or infrared imagery from the sensors, superimposed against. The gunner can use the HMD to interact with and control onboard weapon systems and view targeting data. Perhaps the most significant single avionics system fitted upon the Tiger is the mast-mounted OSIRIS sight sensor. This incorporates optical TV and thermal cameras, a laser range-finder tracker designator, and multiple gyroscopes for stabilization. OSIRIS performs as the main sensor for target observation and acquisition, providing firing and targeting data via the weapon's computer. OSIRIS also enables entirely passive target acquisition to be undertaken and was developed to maximize the capabilities of the Triget anti-tank missile developed in parallel to the Tiger itself. An alternative optical system to OSIRIS is mounted on the aircraft's roof upon some variants. The Tiger can be fitted with various armaments including rockets, cannons, and a range of air-to-air and air-to-surface missiles, controlled via a dedicated weapons control computer. Munitions for anti-ground warfare include the nose-mounted 30mm Nexter turret. An assortment of external gun pods, anti-tank missiles, and up to 4 launchers for 70mm and 68mm rockets can be mounted on the Tiger's stub wings. When deploying missiles such as the Mistral, the Tiger is capable of taking advantage of the munition's off-boresight capabilities. A guided 70mm rocket will be developed for the Tiger based in the Rocketson turret. And all of you James Bond fans out there, the Tiger makes an appearance in James Bond's GoldenEye series. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to click the like button and subscribe, and don't forget to drop a comment.